Hello and welcome to Learn Yourself. Today we are going to study about electrolysis. This is under ICSE Standard 10 syllabus from chapter number 5. So here, what is the meaning of electrolysis? If we'll divide this term in electro means the process which happens with the help of electricity, that is electro, and lysis means pertaining to, means what all outcome we will get after this process is our electrolysis. Basically, electrolysis is a chemical reaction. This chemical reaction is happening with the help of electrolyte, that is a solution medium, and from that electricity will pass. So it will give us ion. First the electrolyte will dissociate, it will give us ion. With the help of those ion, the electricity will pass through the cell. Those ions will discharge and will give us product in the terms of discharged ions, and we will get atoms. So this process is known as electrolysis. In this chapter we are going to study various types of electrolytes, importance of electrolytes, then what is anode, what is cathode, what all type of electrodes we can use and when we can use and how we can use, different types of electrolytic cell, and what all condition and what all rules we have to follow when we are following this electrolysis process. This chapter is very easy. Only thing is you have to understand certain basic concept, that how this electrolysis will work. Then the questions, reasons and chemical equations will be very easy for you. So let us start our chapter. So in this, we are performing this reaction in electrolytic cell. This is a vessel, rectangle shaped vessel which is open from the top, and this should be non-conducting because whatever electricity is passing in the solution medium of electrolyte cell should not come out. So this should be non-conducting vessel. Now next important thing is anode and cathode. These are an electrodes. Electrodes are connected through a battery circuit and through a battery, and here I have placed a bulb. This bulb, and here I am placing a switch. These two electrodes are attached with the battery. Now this electrode is anode. Anode is positive electrode and this electrode is cathode. Cathode is negative electrode. This you have to remember, that in any electrolytic cell always positive electrode is anode and always negative electrode is cathode. Electrodes are neutral. They are not positive and negative. It is depending upon which terminal of battery you have attached to them. Here positive terminal of the battery we have attached to this electrode, so that's why this has become anode, and negative terminal we have attached to this terminal, this electrode, so that's why it has become negative. It is depending upon which terminal you are attaching with which electrode. This positive terminal will give positive character to this electrode, and this negative terminal will give negative character to this electrode. Now when we place electrode, we have to provide one medium to electrolytic cell so that from that ion will pass. For that the electrolyte will come. So electrolyte is a solution in which the ions should be dissociated. So we are taking electrolyte such that they will give us ion. After dissociation of that, they will give us ion, or electrolyte will give us ion. For example, NaCl. So after dissociation it will give us Na plus and Cl minus. H2O. It will give us H plus and OH minus. So electrolyte will give us ion. Those ions will move towards, from ions, some ions will be positive, some ions will be negative. So positive ion will move toward negative electrode and negative ions will move towards positive electrode because opposite attracts. So that's why all the positive ion, after dissociation we will get, those positive ion will move towards cathode and negative ion will move towards anode. And this, once we will start the current, once we will switch on, that current will pass through this and our bulb will glow. Now it is depending upon electrolyte that how fast they will pass the current. So based on that, we have these three types of electrolyte. First is strong electrolyte. What is the meaning of strong electrolyte? Strong electrolyte means it gives maximum amount of dissociative products or maximum amount of dissociative ions. As the ion count will increase, the electricity carriers have increased. So it will pass electricity more efficiently. So our bulb will glow very bright. So bulb will glow brightly when we are using strong electrolyte because there are so many ions as a dissociative products we are getting. As the ion will increase, the carriers of electricity will increase, it will pass more electricity and our bulb will glow brightly. Now when we are using weak electrolyte, the ions amount will low. So it won't pass efficiently the electricity, but it will pass electricity. So our bulb will be dimmed. So because of less number of ion, but ions are there. So that's why bulb will not glow as brightly as it is glowing in the strong electrolyte. So bulb will glow, but it will be dim. Now in the case of non-electrolyte, that means electrolyte will not give us ion as a dissociative product. So what will happen? There are no carriers of electricity, so there won't be any glowing of the bulb. So it is depending upon the electrolyte, that how efficient electrolyte we have chosen. Based on that we will receive our product in the electrolytic cell. Now let us understand the definition of electrolysis. So electrolysis is a decomposition of a chemical compound. Which chemical compound? The chemical compound present in the electrolyte as an electrolytic solution. So that compound will be decomposed in the aqueous or fused state. Fused state means a little bit water will be there and a moist paste of electrolyte will also pass the current. So aqueous means it's a solution and fused state means a moist paste. State by passage of direct electric current. When direct electric current will pass through electrolytic solution, what will happen? This is the first thing, that decomposition will happen of a compound, resulting in, once the current will pass, it will result in discharge. So this second thing will happen, the discharge of ion as a neutral atom at their respective electrodes. That means what? If we have taken NaCl as an electrolyte, then what will happen? NaCl, the first it will decompose. The first thing, the decomposition will happen in Na plus and Cl minus. The compound will break down into their positive ion and negative ion, Na plus and Cl minus. After that, this positive ion will move towards negative electrode, that is cathode. So Na plus will move towards this cathode electrode and Cl minus will move towards anode, that is positive electrode. So here they will move towards their respective electrodes, that means the opposite electrodes, they will move towards the opposite electrodes. Now at cathode what will happen? If you have remembered in second chapter in chemical bonding, we have written this reaction but in the opposite type, that Na will give one electron and will become Na plus. Here the reverse reaction is happening, that already the ions are there. Now those ions are moving towards the opposite electrodes, their respective electrodes, and they are again getting back the electrons. If ion has donated electron to make positive ion, then that one electron it will gain and become a neutral atom. And if atom has accepted electron, then that electron it will remove and it will become a neutral atom. This is a reverse process. What we have seen in chemical bonding, that they are forming ions. Here they are becoming neutral. After ionization they are becoming neutral. So what will happen? Whatever Na has donated, that electron it will take back from cathode, and Cl it has accepted electron, so it will remove that electrode at anode. That's why they are moving towards the opposite electrodes. Here Na will take one electron, Na plus positive ion will take one electron and become a neutral ion, that is sodium atom. From ion it will become atom. From ion it will become atom. And when they are accepting electron, that process is known as reduction. Now at anode what will happen? Chlorine will again remove one electron, so it will become chlorine atom, and this, because it is losing electron, it is known as oxidation. If you will see, all the cell reaction will be redox reaction, because here at anode and cathode the reduction and oxidation will be there. So once whatever compound will be there as an electrolyte, that compound will dissociate, will decompose into their ions. Again they will move towards their respective electrodes and make atoms. So this is a complete process and it is known as cell reaction, and this process is known as electrolysis. Always whenever this type of process will be there, the electrolyte is playing a major role. From electrolyte we are getting ions, and those ions will move towards their respective electrode and they will become a neutral atom. So this is the process of electrolysis. So this is how the electrolysis process will work. This process will remain same, only the electrodes and the electrolyte will change. If you have understood this, then all the cell reaction and all the electrolysis and reasons will be easy for you. Still you have any doubt, then you can post in a comment box or you can directly write me at my email address. Don't forget to subscribe, learn yourself. I'll see you in next video. Till then, keep learning, keep sharing.